Once everything is settled, I'll gladly accompany you back to the police station, or anywhere else you'd like to go. What do you think? What a sterling example of dedication. In that case, I'll accompany you back to the police station first. We can discuss the issue of Watatsumi Island later.
Oh, look who showed up. Heizou, you're finally back. Listen, if you took any longer to come back, everyone at the police station would be toast.
You say that every time I come back, Uesugi. However, something does feel a little unusual about the police station this time.
Come on, would I ever lie to you? Madame Kujo-Sara is here and she's on the warpath, so be on the lookout.
What's that lady doing here?
Doshin Shikanoin, I see you finally returned. Please, enlighten us. What have you been doing recently?
Okay. I was just out investigating a case.
Don't give me that. I checked the records here. You didn't take any cases.
Actually, it's a case of personal relevance to me. These two can attest to that.
Traveler? Paimon, what are you two doing here?
We're the ones who brought Heizou back.
Brought him back? Can someone please explain?
Well, Madame Kujo-Sara, because we couldn't locate Doshin Shikanoin, we commissioned Detective Ryuji from the detective agency. Shortly after, Ryuji returned to tell us, that he had given the commission to the Traveler, and then...
It used to be that the Tenryo Commission assisted others with disappearances, but it seems these days others are now assisting us. You've done it this time, Shikanoin. I think I've really seen it all.
I mean, is it really so unusual for officers and citizens to assist one another?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was definitely an investigation. He even pretended to be captured by Nobushi and treasure hoarders.
Oh? Is that so? Well, since you were testifying for him, I suppose I won't ask any more questions. But since you're here, I have an extra favor to ask. I'd like you to be Shikanoin's temporary supervisor. It'll be your duty to ensure that he handles his case properly, and that he doesn't disappear and neglect his work again. I'll be sure that the police station prepares the appropriate compensation.
Yes, Traveler. I'm sure we'd all really appreciate it.
Heizou seems to be happy with the idea.
You should thank the Traveler this time, Doshin Shikanoin. Otherwise, I don't think I would have let you off so easily. Here, take this letter of complaint. It's written against you. Please consider carefully what to do with it. I do not wish to see another one. Understood?
Huh? Someone filed a complaint? That can't be right. Why would there be a complaint letter?
You must not be doing your job properly, and now you're attracting complaints.
No, it really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although Madame Kujo-Sara just made some harsh remarks, we all know that Heizou-senpai is a real whiz when it comes to cracking cases. He's the biggest asset on our team. Several leaders have risen through the ranks as a result of his achievements. He's definitely no slacker.
Then he must have gotten himself into some kind of trouble.
Well, let me see what's the deal here. Oh, and since you agreed to be my temporary supervisor, you'll find the desk where new case files are kept right over there. Would you mind helping me check what cases I need to deal with? Of course, but first I have to confirm what's going on, and whether or not the letter's legit. Please, have a look at the case files first.
Heizou talks fraud? What's that? Sounds interesting, whatever it is. What? Not him again. Who would give a dog such a strange name?
So, have you gone through the case files? Is there anything that caught your eye? Oh, have they approved it already? Huh. The Tenryou Commission certainly has become more efficient ever since Kujo Kamaji took office.
So, what is Heizou Talks fraud?
It's an anti-fraud public awareness event. Basically, think of it as a short play about fraud. We'll get a few people to perform an entertaining drama in order to raise public awareness about the issue.
Ooh, so it's a play? Paimon likes the sound of that.
Well, see, fraud is a major issue here. You've traveled between different nations. I'm sure Mora isn't really an issue for you. You have to understand that scamming the poor of their money is essentially robbing them of their lives. Left unchecked, the situation could potentially deteriorate into something more serious.
That makes sense. But will putting on a performance really work?
It's hard to say. Preventing crimes is more difficult than solving them, there's no doubt about that, but prevention is also a more worthwhile cause. Maybe only a small number of people who attend the event will ever actually encounter a scam artist. And even then, of the handful of attendees who encounter said scam artist, I doubt many of them will be able to see through the scammer's ruse. But if even only one person escapes the clutches of a scam artist because of my event, then I'm willing to put on this play for that person.
All right, count us in. Today we are the anti-fraud messengers.
Great. First, we need 3 actors, 2 to play the scam artists and 1 to play the victim. I already have a couple candidates in mind for the roles of the scam artists, so come with me to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Heizou, what are you doing here, you little brat? Oh, and the Traveler, too. So, I assume you're here to see Lady Yae?
Hey, come on, cuz. Maybe I'm just here to see you.
Don't play your little games with me. If the Traveler isn't looking for Lady Yae, then you must be here looking for Etsu, right?
You still know me best, cuz.
Please wait here. I'll go get her.
Huh, so we're not here to see Miko? Bummer.
I'm flattered, but even if I wanted to, do you really think I could convince Lady Yai to join a little event like mine?
Get the Traveler to ask her next time. He can do it.
Well, hello, Detective Heizou. It's been so long since you last came to see me. You know, it's cruel to keep a girl waiting.
Hey, community service isn't all bad, is it? I'm sure it's better than prison, at least.
That's right. I was careless and found myself caught up in a case of fraud. Detective Heizou arrested me, and I was sentenced to prison.
For the record, I'm not the one who technically arrested you.
Oh, come now, Detective Heizou. Don't pretend like you don't remember the part you played. You have a cold heart, Detective. Colder than an icicle in the middle of winter. How would those Doshin have nabbed me if you hadn't provided evidence of my involvement and whereabouts, They were so bland and functional. Not like you, Detective. When you took me down, you knew exactly what you were doing.
So, how did you end up here at the Shrine?
I'm here doing community service, of course. After all the information Detective Heizou managed to squeeze out of me, he promised to help secure a reduced sentence from the court. But in the end, they hardly reduced my sentence at all. Even after serving a lengthy prison term, I am still required to perform community service. I have to spend the entire day sweeping leaves or wiping floors. Just look at what the work has done to my soft and delicate hands. So, don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth.
I helped you get community service because you were credited with assisting the investigation. But if you find it too exhausting, I can always send you back to prison again.
Oh, come on, Detective Heizou. Now you're just toying with me.
Don't give me that. Listen, I'd like to invite you to the anti-fraud event I mentioned last time. It's tomorrow night, and you'll be a VIP guest. Let's see. Appearing in the event would be equivalent to, what, 5 days of community service? How does that sound?
Only 5 days? That's hardly anything.
5 days not enough? Okay, how about 4 days?
Hey! That's a day less than what you just promised me, Detective Heizou.
Oh, my mistake. 3 days.
All right, I'll go. Just stop playing with my heart. And may I ask, will they also be coming as a guest tomorrow night? No wonder you're treating me so coldly today, Detective Heizou. Looks like you found someone else to keep you company. And what a charmer they are. I get what you see in them. I mean, you'd have to be blind not to.
Atsu, now's not the time. If I hear you talking like that to my friend again, I'll make your community service even more unpleasant than your time in prison.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea they were your friend. Really.
Well, now you do. Just be sure you're ready tomorrow. I'll send you the location, time of the event, and the script, so don't be late. All right, on to our next candidate. He should be in town right about now. Mr. Iba, how are you doing?
Oh, well, if it isn't Heizou. Thanks to you, I haven't kicked the bucket yet.
Well, it's good to see you're alive. And well.
All right, out with it. I know you wouldn't come see me for nothing.
I see you're still sharp as ever, Mr. Iba. Look, have you had a chance to think about that anti-fraud event I mentioned to you last time?
You can forget it. I'm pushing 71 this year. You think I want to make a fool of myself?
Are you sure? You know, this event is very well funded. And now that the Sakoku decree has been repealed, I heard that your granddaughter Kazumi wants to take the chance to travel. If you participate, she can go without worrying about money at all.
Huh? How did you know? Sure, I paid a hefty fine at the time, but I can still afford her travels. You're Heizou's colleague, aren't you? How haven't you heard about this?
Well, it just so happens that Mr. Iba was a well-known figure in Inazuma back in the day. His Iba Trading Guild was even bigger than the current International Trade Association.
Don't bring it up again. If I hadn't been misled by that foreign merchant, I never would have become a commercial scammer. Fortunately, young Heizou here has some respect for the elderly and applied for a probationary sentence. Otherwise, I don't think I would have ever seen the light of day again.
Well, if Heizou was so good to you, then you should help him out too.
He's not as innocent as he looks, you know. He just knows it's easier to get information when we're chatting outside. Ask him if you don't believe me.
Those are some pretty harsh words, Mr. Iba.
Anyway, I can't help you with that, event or whatever you call it.
Man alive. What should I do now? I already told Kazumi that you'd show up and caution everybody about avoiding fraud. I'm sure it'd be beneficial for everyone, and Kazumi even agreed to come and listen. How can I explain to her that you were too worried about being embarrassed? Oh, she might even think that you feel no remorse at all.
You imbecile! You should have told me about this first!
Come on now. How could I have known that you'd refuse to participate?
Why, you... You sure are a crafty one, just like your father.
So you'll join us?
What choice do I have? Using my granddaughter to force me into some event. People these days.
The world needs you to step up. I will send the time and place of the event as well as the script, so don't forget to prepare.
All right, very well.
Well then. Now we only need to find the last person to play the role of the fooled victim. We don't want someone too clever for this role, otherwise they'd see right through this ruse and the drama would come to a grinding halt.
Not too clever. Oh! Paimon knows the perfect candidate.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. I've seen him in the police station a handful of times, though I've never actually spoken to him before. Do you know where we can find him?
Well, we did just see a file called The Prince of Mischief in Hanamizaka. That's gotta be Ito. He must be in Hanamizaka.
All right then. To Hanamizaka we go. Oh, but knowing his reputation, I'll need to bring a little something along just to guarantee we can secure his participation. You go ahead. I'll catch up.
How about that, kiddo? My little Prince of Mischief's got some moves, huh? Guess that means your Onikabuto is now my Onikabuto.
Ito! What are you up to?
Huh? Oh, Paimon, my compadre. This is a nice surprise. What brings you out this way? What? No, it's not. No, it's nothing like that. They let me look after their Onikabuto just for a little while for safekeeping, and then, once they've gotten stronger, they can come and take him right back.
You win some, you lose some.
That's right, my little guy. Good attitude. All right, see you around. Okay, yeah, bye.
There's just no helping this guy.
Oh, an anti-fraud event? I'll level with you, compadre. I have no idea what that is, but if you want me there, I can think of nowhere I'd rather be. Oh, except that there's this Oni Kabuto Battle Royale tomorrow night that I was planning on going to. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. No holds barred, winner takes home all the Oni Kabuto. And as you can see, my Prince of Mischief has a pretty good chance of winning this thing, so if it was any other day, you know?
Do you think all of those Oni Kabuto together would be a match for my one? Here's a picture. Let me know what you think.
Huh? What this? What is this? How'd it get so big? What are you feeding this thing? Look at those beautiful demon stripes, those razor-sharp horns. Is this the fabled Emperor Oni Kabuto?
This is a small token we provide for VIPs. If you're willing to attend, then one of these will be yours at the end of the event.
Whoa, okay, I'm there. Wait a sec, you look familiar. Who are you anyway? And furthermore, do Oni Kabuto really come in this size? You're not trying to con me, are you? Because the more I think about it, the more I'm inclined to think that you're a contestant in tomorrow night's Oni Kabuto Battle Royale! Yeah, you lost to me in a previous Beetle battle, and now you're trying to get the reigning champ out of the way. Without Prince of Mischief to contend with, you'll be free to sweep in and take all the Oni Kabuto. Am I right or am I right? Nice try, you little punk. 10 out of 10 for the pitch, but you picked the wrong victim.
Okay. Then again, consider this. If your Prince of Mischief isn't competing, what's the point of me taking part? After all I'd stand to win is a bunch of puny little larvae. No?
Well, you've stumped me there. You are completely right. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Sorry, my bro, my main man, my buddy. I had you all wrong.
So, you're sure this guy's our best choice?
Yeah, see? He was already wondering if you were trying to con him.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I'm Shikanoin Heizou. I've seen you around a few times before at the police station.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I remember now. No wonder you looked so familiar. You were that guy who was in for stealing other people's Oni Kabuto, right? Listen, Heizou, hombre, did you apologize to them? You can lose like a man, you can win like a man, but you can never steal like a man. And that's a little Ito nugget.
Ito! He works there, for crying out loud! He's not one of your fellow inmates.
What? Oh, jeez. What's wrong with me? How could I forget? Of course I know you. I remember you now. For real, this time. You're the guy who sells lavender melons at the station, aren't you?
A lavender melon seller? At the police station? Don't be ridiculous!
I know what I saw, okay? Several times now I've been sitting there starving in jail when this guy comes and slips me a few lavender melons on the sly. Didn't even want payment. Solid guy.
Yeah, that was me. But it was only because your assistant, Kuki Shinobu, asked me to look out for you.
What? So Shinobu was behind it? Wait, so hombre, you're not a lavender melon seller?
Look, we're getting hung up on all the wrong details here. The important detail right now is that I am the host of tomorrow night's event. And if you show up, the Oni Kabuto in the picture is yours. Deal?
Deal, done. But could I get another look at that picture first? Just a little peek-see?
You'll have all the time in the world to inspect the real article once the event's over.
Okay, sure, I can wait. So, hombre, is there anything I need to do to prepare? Because if I'm doing this, I'm bringing my A game, all right? No half measures here, I'm gonna do this right.
He sure picks his moments to start acting responsibly.
Okay, so for this event, you, my, bro, will be participating in a short anti-fraud play along with 2 other VIP attendees. The main thing we ask is that you just relax. Try not to be nervous. I have the script, right here if you want to take a...
Script? It sounds like someone's never seen the Arataki gang perform before, huh? Don't you worry, hombre. The Arataki gang is a little beyond the need for scripts. You'll see, this Onikabuto will be well worth your investment.
You, don't need a script? Wow, well, now I'm excited. See you there tomorrow night.
You bet. I'll be there. I'm gonna tell the gang about this, too. They'll all be there to support us.